All right, so we are always looking for engagement with our subscribers, and
And content.
yes, and we had a recommendation from one of our subscribers to check out Rebuild the Galaxy, the Star Wars Lego Rebuild the Galaxy, and it was mostly a reaction to something we had said about Mark Hamill, because Mark Hamill did the voice of Luke in this short, and it's just 4 parts of this little thing that we just sat through the first one. Yeah, and the Lego things they're funny.
I like Lego stuff. Yes, I know I'm a terrible man, so
But no, the Lego they're funny. They're irreverent, but they're
Batman movie was probably the best.
No, Batman movie was.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation,
altogether, man. But so we decided to check it out on the recommendation of the subscriber, and it's just 4 little short things. We just saw the first one.
I like how they build the gaffy stick.
Yes, yeah, the Lego, imagery, or the Lego parts and pieces, it's great, and the little Lego characters, and this is
The Conch Droid.
a Gog Droid. Yes, so this is about this Nerf herder.
2 of them.
For real, a Nerf herder.
Yeah.
Sig and his brother. And
What's his brother's name?
oh, what was his brother's name?
Darth.
Dell? Or something like that?
Darth. Yeah, something. I don't know. It had alliteration, so I was like, okay.
Yes. And it turns out this kid Sig is strong with the Force on this remote world that
But
they're
that doesn't make him a Jedi.
on. No, even though
That's what you took real umbrage with.
no, I did, because the gal, the farmer's daughter, who saw that he had the Force with him, immediately said, "Oh, well, you're a Jedi." Which, no, you're not a Jedi just because you have the Force.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, no. The way they bandy that word around, and just because you're not a Jedi doesn't make you automatically a Sith Lord either. I mean, no. So that bugs me when they just want to throw that word out. Jedi. You are strong in the Force. You must be Jedi. No. Okay, so
Jedi.
while all Jedi
He's
are
no Jedi.
right. I mean, it is all Jedi are Force users. That doesn't mean all Force users are Jedi. You know what I mean?
I do.
And it does bug me when they throw that
You
word around.
are way
like
in the
that.
weeds, and I agree completely.
Anyway, but outside
So
of
that was your thing that you took umbrage with. Okay, I took umbrage with.
you probably took umbrage with all the sequel stuff.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
there's a whole lot of that in there too.
Yeah. So fuck that couch, because the
Oh, but
sequel
I did-
trilogy doesn't exist.
I did like the joke about the planet with the
The
salt.
pepper. Oh.
No, it was pepper. Because so during the course of this episode, the kids, the 2 brothers,
They
the
find a Jedi temple.
Nerf herders,
Yes.
and they were kind of scruffy looking. They find a
They
Jedi
look like the
temple,
Beatles with their hair. Yeah. Anyway.
right? Well,
Anyway.
Beatles were considered scruffy looking in their day.
Oh my.
Why don't you get a real haircut? Those Beatle cuts. Anyway,
I took him to the Wayback Machine right there.
yes.
Quiet you. No.
And somehow through there's
Mr. Peabody reference and just nothing. Okay. All right. Fine.
I was just gonna let that one go.
No. Never.
Steamroll right over that thing.
No. Anyway.
So somehow or other, they get into this Jedi. Well,
Somehow,
the
the dork uses the
the
Force,
kid, he opens the temple and they get in.
and the greedy one that doesn't have Force abilities,
Right.
he grabs basically the key to reality,
Yeah.
and
Thinking it was like
it glows, so it's valuable. It is a clear one block piece.
His attitude was, one kyber crystal from there could get us off this planet for good, kind of thing. So he was looking for something of value.
I have a question. So why is it that every movie, every TV, everything, where it's a different planet or something like that? Because this is what happened with Alien Romulus, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all trying to get off a fucking planet. Luke was trying to get off a planet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be, I'd love to get off this planet. That doesn't mean that you do whatever you can to get off the planet. I mean, I'm just trying to, get a portal opened up so I can go back to my home dimension. But still, I just like every story. It's always this planet, and everybody's trying to get off of it because they're young kids and they want to go and ooh. I'm like, So in that point, I find it a little like too predictable,
redundant.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, the kid grabs the key to reality or whatever the fuck it was, and changes
the McMuffin. It's the McMuffin. Yeah,
changes reality.
It deconstructed reality.
It's almost like a Sliders episode where you go into an alternate universe where everything's different.
Yeah,
and his brother is a Sith Lord in this alternate universe, and the farmer's daughter is a part of the rebellion, and
Mon Calamari are the clone troopers.
Yeah. Admiral Akbar was the
template.
For
the clone troopers
was the Jango Fett of this universe.
Yeah,
where all the clone troopers, it's a trap, and they all look like and sound like Akbar.
In case you didn't know who it was,
it wasn't like a whole bunch of different non-calamari under those. No, it was Akbar.
See, and what I don't get is like the kids, they use the term trap to something else completely different.
Well, yeah.
And I'm just like, word usage. I'm just saying. You're all so sensitive about everything.
But, there were some really, funny moments. Oh, yeah.
The conch droid. Let's talk about the conch droid.
Yeah.
Great conch droid.
And I mean, just some of the references and things. I mean, like Gaffy Stick.
Yeah.
And Figuring Dan and the modal nodes.
Yes.
That was great. And just
they only have one good song. And of course, what does Eric say? Well, actually, they played 2 songs in the movie. I'm like, yes, Eric, I know. I know, Eric.
Don't they have 2 good songs? Well, I guess the other one, But anyway, the one good song, yeah.
Well, that's what they say about. Well, I guess the one-hit wonders, right?
Isn't that because it's the only one you've ever heard them play?
But the noodle nodes or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
They were a famous group during the Clone Wars. And then by the time Episode 4, by the time Star Wars comes around, they've had some bad runs and they're stuck out in this.
Right, they end up playing
at this dive bar,
cantinas on Tatooine.
Yeah, just to make ends meet.
And I guess they were somebody in one point.
Yeah, they were quite the thing.
Washed up has been.
Yeah,
by the time they're in the cantina at Mos Eisley.
So, I mean, I like Lego stuff anyway, because I'm a terrible male. So I just don't like the sequel trilogy references. I think it's a fun thing. We're going to watch the other 3 parts.
But yeah, it was entertaining. And I mean, the whole Rebuild the Galaxy thing is clearly about these alternate realities that they're opening up.
They restructured reality by pulling the centerpiece of the universe out.
Right. And it's almost like Star Wars what if stories.
Yeah.
But they're fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the others. There's only 4 of these, and like I said, it came on a recommendation from a subscriber. So please, if you have anything you'd like to recommend us check out and cover, let us know, man. Because we're always looking for new stuff to cover.
Yeah,
I mean, we got stuff for days to do,
but I mean, other stuff is cool too.
But we would do anything for if you'd like to hear or have us cover it. Anything you want to turn us on to, because we're trying to turn you on to things. Please turn us on to your favorites.
Alrighty. With that,
like, share, subscribe, and may the force be with you always.
Boy.